It was midnight in a small, dimly lit room. John sat alone, staring at a pile of rejection letters scattered across his table. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. His dreams of a better life felt crushed. He had failed again. His friends were moving ahead while he had nothing. But deep inside he whispered, "I will not give up." John's first dream was to be an artist. He spent years painting, sketching, and hoping. But no gallery accepted his work. Too simple, they said. His heart broke, but he refused to let it end there. He tried music. He bought an old guitar and practiced every night. But every audition ended in the same words, "Sorry, you're not good enough." Another dream crushed. People laughed at him. "You're too old for dreams," they mocked. His own relatives whispered, "He will never make it." The world had turned its back on him. But John's spirit whispered, "One more try." He took small jobs, washing dishes, carrying loads, working in markets. But at night he returned to his empty room, sometimes with no food, sometimes with nothing but silence, yet he still whispered, "I will not give up." One night, John attended a small seminar. A speaker said, "Winners are not people who never fail. They are people who never quit." Something lit up inside John's heart. He realized every failure had been shaping him for something bigger. John tried again. He applied for over 100 jobs, each time rejection. But with every no, he grew stronger. Each failure became a lesson. Each rejection, a new push forward. John had faced his 100th rejection. That night he sat in his dark room, staring at the ceiling. The thought of giving up whispered louder than ever, but he clenched his fist and said, "I will try one more time." The next morning he walked into a small company. Unlike the big firms that dismissed him, this place was humble, struggling just like him. The manager didn't ask about degrees or experience. Instead, he asked, "Do you have the will to learn?" John's tired eyes lit up. "I may not have experience," he said, "but I will work harder than anyone you've ever seen." The manager studied him. His clothes were worn, his resume was thin, but his spirit burned bright. For the first time, John heard the word he had been waiting for. "You're hired." It was only a small job. The pay was little, but John worked day and night, first to arrive, last to leave. Where others complained, he volunteered. Where problems rose, he solved them. Slowly, people began to notice. One day, the manager fell ill, and John was asked to lead a small project. Many doubted him. After all, he was once the man who failed 100 times. But John gave it everything. The project succeeded beyond expectation. That success was the beginning. From one project to another, from assistant to leader, John climbed step by step. What once was rejection now became recognition. What once was failure now became foundation. Years later, John stood on a grand stage, sharing his story with thousands. The same man who once collected rejection letters was now celebrated as a leader, an innovator, an inspiration. He raised his voice and said, "I failed 100 times, but success only required one yes. If I had quit, I would never have found it." Never give up, because your next attempt might be the one that changes your life forever. The crowd erupted in applause, tears filled their eyes, and somewhere among them was another dreamer, ready to try again. If you want more story like this, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.